Hi guys, I am Zhao Ha, 31 5th year 20215. Paraguay police received a tip. Has dug out a comedy, Black Bones in a Wasteland. The coroner's initial examination revealed two shocking facts. The first is that the victim was a 17-year-old girl, 4 months pregnant. The second is, she's still breathing as the flames burn. This means that she was in great pain and despair, burned alive. This is not an accident. It's a very cruel murder. When the investigators, the victim's boyfriend was the same age, and everyone thinks that this is just a case of infuriated murder of teenagers. However, as the investigation gets deeper, the police found a passage. Phone messages are encrypted. Content inside make all the detectives experience to take a cold breath. Behind this murder, there seems to be a third, a cold-blooded killer mastermind. He uses handwriting for remote control. This live broadcast of death. This mysterious third person is finally AI. There's a secret between them that can't be told. Time happened on 27 5th, year 20215. Mazia Fernanda is 17 years old. She mysteriously disappeared after leaving the house. The location of the murder was the city of Corazon Oviedo, Paraguay. It's in the center of the East. It's a very important transportation hub for the whole country. Important geographic location, traffic development. It's also become a well-known crime city. It's home to many criminal organizations. There's crime news almost every day. Front page. That's why the devil's parents dare not act thoughtlessly. They were afraid that their daughter would be kidnapped, worried that the reckless kidnapper would kill the hostage. Just by waiting a while, see if the kidnapper actively contacted for a ransom number. And most importantly, they still hold one last ray of hope. I can't contact my daughter. I was busy studying, so I turned off the phone. Maybe I'll be back tonight. But when the night falls, Maria still has no news. Parents stay awake at night. The next morning, rush to the school. But the school said, Mary didn't go to school yesterday. But my parents remember very well. Before the ghost leaves the house, I mean, it's like going to school to do homework. They asked Ma's friends again. But no one knows where the ghost is. At 6:09 p.m., 28/5 year 20215, my daughter has been missing for more than 24 hours. The new mother decided, go to the police station and report your daughter missing. The police immediately launched an investigation in the meantime. Relatives, friends, and neighbors are all involved in the search. On social networks, everywhere I look for people related to ghosts. Search and find bonus notifications. The ghost is missing. She's studying accounting at high school. I went to senior class this year. Every day her parents take her to school. But on the day of the murder, that's about 10:30 a.m. on May 27th. She told me to go to school to do my homework. Then leave and don't come back. Madia's personality is quite introverted and quiet. I rarely talk to friends about my private life. So the investigation is moving very slowly. Most people know ghosts in a halfway. But soon there's a shocking secret. It emerges from her friend relationships. Some of my classmates said they were constantly borrowing money from them. I heard it was pregnancy. Then a witness confirmed it. Saw the ghost in a pharmacy in the city. Buy some abortion pills. At 8:30 p.m., May 2015. Interdisciplinary working group between the Procuratorate and the police raided this pharmacy. Captured the entire pharmacy's video system. Give the hard drive to the analyst investigator. But the afternoon before, the pharmacy owner resets the camera system. Clear the data. The ghost parents were shocked. They didn't know their daughter was pregnant. To be honest, I've never even heard of a girl having a boyfriend. The child in the belly of the ghost belongs to the AI. And this has to do with recent years. In schools all over the world, Paraguay has a very hot activity. The name is Last Day. This is an Argentinian tradition. But later, I didn't understand why. Back land to Paraguay. The active content says simply, senior students, the night before the opening day. We're going to have a party called the Last Day. Parties like this sometimes take place at home. Sometimes I go to the park. People gathered to play music. Some people even like to wear makeup. And pretend to be an adult drinking some alcohol. Mary, before the opening day, joined this party. According to the witness, that night she was very close with a 17-year-old boy. Because of underage, the media did not release the boy's real name. We'll call him Bernardo for now. He's Mazia's age, majored in computer science. Turns out right from the Last Day party, she had sex with Bernardo. About May, the ghost sees you unwell, bought a Thai test strip at the pharmacy. After trying Thai, afraid of being wrong, go to the hospital for a blood test. The results confirm that you are pregnant. The ghost then took the test to find Bernardo. But Bernardo stole the test. Tore right in front. Even if you're pregnant as a teenager, it's a problem in itself, but it's religious. In addition, Paraguay has banned abortion. So Mazia was very clear about that. Bernardo said that she would definitely give birth to this baby. But what Mazia doesn't know is Bernardo actually has an official girlfriend. You've been in love for months. If the pregnancy is revealed, the girlfriend, I will break up with him. Bernardo, there was no way to tell my parents about my anxiety. I hope your parents can help you solve this. Bernardo's father was a prison officer, and his mother was a teacher. Because I only have one child, I love him very much. But from small to big, Bernardo was never a good kid. Growing up in indulgence, he's been expelled from many schools. He used to bring illegal items to the attention of the police. It's known to cause trouble locally. We all know that. As for the children, so are the parents. Bernardo continues to plague. Your parents are constantly cleaning up the consequences for you. Find enough ways to clear you up. I absolutely never give a damn. In the heart, I can't teach you right from wrong. Bernardo's advantage is he looks pretty. Extrovert personality is very talkative. Your friends are full of shit. If you don't consider his past, he's still considered a good guy. To be loved. Otherwise, the devil wouldn't have had sex with him one night. Bernardo's mother has this hot personality. She was also the first to teach ghosts. She's found enough ways to approach ghosts over and over again. In public, when secretly threatening to force her to break tie. Peaceful ghost personality. You can't tell this story to your family. There are no friends to rely on. You must follow the will of the Bernardo family. Go to the pharmacy they recommend to buy medicine. First time failed. He didn't force you to take a second pill. The ghost is in great pain, trying to shake the resistance, but he was beaten by them. I see the ghost's stomach growing bigger and bigger. Bernardo's getting more and more worried about him tossing and turning. Finally think of my friend Michaela Dulon, a 19-year-old schoolgirl. He was in pre-med school. To get into the University of Medicine. 35 years. 20215. Bernardo's mother. He gave his son's phone. Submitted to the police. She wanted to prove her son's purity. But did not expect that. This phone. It's a powerful tool to solve all the mysteries. Police extracted from Bernardo's phone a series of terrifying messages. The one who texted was that 19-year-old girl. She's not just Bernardo's best friend. He was also one of the victim's best friends. Man Mazia. Message content. Show. 27 quarters. Year 20215. Ronaldo texts Michaela that. I was pregnant. I don't want to be responsible, but ghosts in every way. I still want to have the baby. Now I don't know how. Michael Ben advised Bernardo. Give the ghost an abortion pill. May 22nd, 5 days before the murder. Ronaldo once again pleads for Michaela's help. He said he gave Maria a pill, but it didn't work. Michaela quickly replied, just one pill. I didn't tell you to give two. Bernardo then replied, the way you showed me before didn't work. You think of another way, I can pay for it. Or I'll just kill him. How about being buried in the wasteland next door? Michaela saw this message. Not only can I not advise, but also use a series. Ha ha ha, and a likable tone to answer. I'm not a lawyer to help you with this. Then she turns a beat. Start playing the role of the teacher, kill people in a cold way. It says you can pump air into the phantom's veins, do so. Even if it dies, it doesn't appear to be killed. She even advised Bernardo to give the ghost a drink. Sleeping tranquilizers to take for ease. Bernardo asked curiously, if you pump a lot of air, why? Michaela replied that she would be discovered by the police. With a little butter. You've just achieved your goal, and it's very safe. Bernardo doesn't know the dose. Ask Michaela to come to my house. He can pay, Michaela laughed. They don't seem to want to do it themselves. It is worth saying. I want to kill people this way. You actually need to pump a lot of air. It will definitely leave a trace. It's called the perfect way to kill. It's just a rumor. Michaela may have looked online. How to commit a crime indiscriminately. Then give advice to Bernardo. So Bernardo, is he the main culprit? Caused the death of Mazia or not, police detect on surveillance camera. On the day of his disappearance, the ghost sat on a motorcycle. The red of a boy. Boy in camera. Wearing an orange helmet, wearing a black jacket. but I can't see the face. Police have not been able to identify the suspect. Is it Bernardo? 35ths, still unaccounted for. My parents proved desperate. The mother came to Bernardo's house to demand an explanation. No one knows exactly what they said to each other. But as Mazia's father later told the press, Bernardo's father was bewildered. Silence always tries to avoid the question. That kind of startled attitude. The more I think about it, the worse it feels. Back from the Bernardo house. He didn't go home. He turned straight to the police station. I strongly urge the police to investigate this family. That is, the police searched the house for the first time. They confiscated the surveillance in the house. But don't arrest the AI. The father of ghosts. Then I found some of my daughter's voice messages. It is believed to belong to the suspect. Ronaldo threatened the ghost. For example, in a voice message, he threatened to kill you. Then, Father, the devil has submitted these recordings to the Procuratorate. The Procuratorate replied that they're not going to arrest Bernardo because he's a minor. But in fact, the Procurator's words are a total gift of deception. According to the laws of Paraguay, when involved in serious crime, for example, kidnapping and murder, serious crimes, they can still arrest minors. In the hands of the father of evil, there are paragraphs again recording direct threat evidence like this. When the father of the devil made this public, the public is outraged. 31/5, Bernardo admits to the crime and declare the location of the body. Right in the parking lot, 20 meters from Bernardo's house, the police found a body. Women were burned in a shallow pit. Angry people. The terrible thing is, the ghost is still breathing when it's lit, eventually suffocating from breathing in a lot of smoke. The crime scene. There was no trace of gasoline or other flammable substances. The suspect is most likely just taking hay. Tree branches in the area to light the fire means Ronaldo chose slowly and painfully to burn the ghost alive. It's an unbelievably cruel trick. Police also found evidence at the scene, like clothes, gay combed bed, and drugs that have a sleep-inducing effect. Next to the body, I also found a small dog that was burned. According to police estimates, maybe it's to hide the smell of the dead body. The victim was a 17-year-old ghost. She was 10 to 45 weeks pregnant and suffered 2 blows. Left cerebral hemorrhage. The right arm of the body suffered extensive burns. Initial forensics show carbon monoxide poisoning. The exact cause, still waiting for lab tests. After Bernardo confessed, the lawyer defended him. He is also a legal advisor to the family. I took the initiative to resign because of ethical issues. He said the case was shocking. He is also the father of a daughter. Bad stomach. I can't really stand up for the suspect. And he thinks he's not going to win this case. Ronaldo said he was actually going to trick the ghost into going home. You stun her and pump the air. But things didn't go as planned. Back to the day of the murder. Bernardo was carrying the red motorcycle that appeared in the camera. At the top, take the ghost home. There they had a fight. Bernardo strangled the ghost and fainted, and then used a wheelbarrow to take the ghost out to the open ground to make sure you're dead. Bernardo picked up some big trees at his convenience, banging all over you. And Bernardo's still not convinced. Immediately lit the fire, with the intention of incinerating the body of the ghost. But the fire doesn't burn well. It's creating a cloud of black smoke that's easily exposed. Finally, he could only use a nearby pruning tree with trash to cover up the ghost. After the crime, Bernardo fled to Brazil on a motorcycle, but just arrived in Sildes. At the Brazilian border, motorbikes run out of gas. Bernardo stopped at the gas station and called Daddy. And then not long after, his father and the father of the official girlfriend, the future father-in-law, came together. Take him home. Hidden in a hotel. On May 30th, his father went to the police station and reported Bernardo missing. Right now, how to report a ghost missing in 3 short days. The police station received 2 missing persons. They were all 17-year-olds. The police began to suspect. Is there a serial killer? They are acting locally. But when you think about it, it doesn't seem very realistic. Although the crime rate is quite high in the city of Neo Oviedo. But serial killers are actually quite rare. In the history of the country, there's only been one serial killer who killed 25 people. That was 100 years ago. The police are investigating too slowly, and performance is too poor. The ghost father declared, "Will investigate themselves. You go everywhere, looking for any AI that's been in contact with her daughter. 10 get a lot of important clues. That's why." The deep truth. The new ghost case is gradually coming to light. In addition to our unsub Bernardo Ra, there's another detail. Bernardo's father on the 28th woke up the next day when Maria was missing. He took a leave of absence from work. Bernardo's father was the prison manager. He said he attended a family mass, but it's actually to help my son escape. Not long after the crime, he came from prison to work. Took out a tank of gasoline on his own, although the final evidence suggests gasoline is not used to cremate the ghost's body. But the police suspect this fuel tank, it may have been used to destroy other evidence. Bernardo's house also has surveillance cameras, but very skillful. The same day the murder happened, the surveillance is off. Meanwhile, Bernardo's mother didn't go to school that day either. But there's no evidence. Explicit shows 2 couple they participating in the murder. They're only guilty of hiding the crime, obstruction of justice, and prosecution. Father of Bernardo's official girlfriend, also indicted because it's about hiding the motorcycle, and was arrested. Although this case is extremely cruel, but the killer, it's related to minors. Whether Bernardo was convicted, he will be sentenced to a maximum of 8 years because of underage. This has caused controversy in society. Is that sentence enough? After the news is transmitted by land, the neighbors are extremely angry. A crowd gathered at this young man's door, throwing things into the house. The police can't stop it. The situation is getting out of control. Some people broke into the house. Fires in the house caused chaos. Finally, the police, there's only one way to use force to disperse the crowd. Shot rubber bullets and call the firefighters to put out the fire. Public opinion is getting wider and wider, Lamb. It was the president of Paraguay who asked the Procuratorate, strictly handled to enforce justice. That afternoon, The police raided Michaela's house, the instigator of crime, but Michaela has long since fled. 36 years, 20215. Maybe you realize you can't escape. Michaela with the lawyer's lighting. He went to the police station to surrender. Her mental state is concerning. The police had to send a psychiatrist to take care of her. Michaela, 19 years old, charged with incitement to commit a crime, concealing crime and inciting the killing of women. For being a teenager, she could face up to 35 years in prison. Her defense lawyer gave her a medical reason. I applied for house arrest but was rejected. Michaela was eventually transferred to prison. The act of Michaela. That's what makes the police so hard to understand. She's 2 years older than the ghost victim. She's a very close friend. But she used her medical knowledge to help plan such a crime. About her motives, there has been a lot of speculation among the people. There's a way of saying Michaela can unilaterally love Bernardo because of jealousy. I hate the fetus in the ghost's stomach. Some people also suspect she just wants to hang around with a careless attitude, completely disregarding the lives of others. But no matter what the motivation is, what this best friend did has made the public extremely angry. In the messages, she talks innocently about the plan to take your best friend's life. A little mercy. It's really cold to the extreme. It's cold as money. In another development, pharmacy owner for providing illegal drugs and delete the surveillance data, destroy the evidence, was arrested. In Paraguay, abortion is illegal. If the pharmacy provides abortions, they will be legally responsible. After all the suspects were arrested, people spontaneously organized a meeting. Memories of friends and relatives. Even strangers come to say goodbye to ghosts. Local communities declare time to tang. Climbing the flag. The tragedy of the devil could not be saved, but the discussion of violence, responsibility, and the law that it started. There will be lasting echoes in Paraguay and around the world. Justice may be late, but we hope it's never absent. 6 years, 20215. Committee of experts on the prevention of violence for American women has outtakes. We are concerned about many cases of violent extremism for young people. At the same time, we urge countries to act diligently. 20/6, year 20215. Paraguay's parliament begins consideration of a bill is named after the ghost to create a missing persons alert system nationwide. I hope that your tragedy, it will provide protection for the children. Okay, here is the full story of this case. Thank you for your support. See you next time.